Why I'm going just to introduce you with the agenda of this seminar. We are going very soon to start with the prayer, which will be led by Dr. Father Lucien, and he's going also to give us the brief presentation on the enhancement of Rwanda Education Project. After that, we'll be with the Vice Chancellor to give the welcome remarks. Then Professor Roberto will present the e-learning and its perspectives. Then after this presentation, we receive Dr. Eliezer to present or to lead us in the MOU with the PARMA and its perspectives. After, we'll be with the Father Dr. Lucien to present the research on Rwanda City of Gastronomy, and then will be followed by Professor Fabri to present environmental protection. Then Dr. Evariste will come with the presentation on the renewable energy affordable by the community, with special focus on the experience at PARMA. We'll end with the group photo, and then after we'll have to go to visit one of our stakeholders, Urwibutso Enterprise, whereby we focus on the modern and Rwandized gastronomy. Thank you. Yes.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Holy Father, thank you to have sent your Son, Jesus Christ, to save us. Thank you to have given us the Holy Spirit to maintain us into your love. Thank you for your love you filled in our hearts. From this love, we can love each other regardless the long physical distances like what you are experiencing today. A love which can generate intellectual growth, building the world which can please you. We present to you our universities. Bless our intentions of working together and always come to our help. Our collaboration be a way of discovering new knowledge and sharing good practices. Helped by your Holy Spirit, guide us into a wide world of knowledge. We ask this through our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen. Thank you, Father. You may continue with the presentation on the brief presentation on the project. Thank you.
Dear Vice Chancellor of the University of Technology and Arts of Byumba, dear Coordinator of LED Project, Professor Roberto Valentino, dear guests from the University of Parma, dear academic staff of UTAB, remote audience, ladies and gentlemen. A project of enhancement of Rwandan higher education in strategic fields for sustainable growth, a project developed under Erasmus Plus, has been launched in UTAB on 17th February 2020. A consortium of universities from Europe and universities from Rwanda collaborated in the elaboration and implementation of this project. 3 universities from Europe are the University of Parma, Italy, University of Liège, Belgium, and LFH Cologne in Germany. On the side of Rwanda, 4 higher learning institutions are involved in this project: University of Technology and Arts of Byumba, UTAB, University of Rwanda, UR, Institut d'Enseignement Supérieur, Ines Ruhengeri, and IPRC Musanze. After the launch, several activities started, such as e-learning training of academic staff and students, the purchase of digital equipment, the program revision of agribusiness, crop production, animal production, and the management of forests, plantations, and ecosystem. A Master of Science in Urban Management and Development Studies has been developed with the following specializations. The first specialization, Strategic Urban and Regional Planning, Urban Environment, Sustainability and Climate Change Management, Urban Housing, Equity and Social Justice. From the 14th November to 14th December 2021, 5 UTAB staff traveled to the University of PARMA in the context of internationalization and exchange of good practices. This year is planned another mobility of students and lecturers, some at the University of Parma, others at the University of Liège and LFH Cologne in Germany. In the same framework of staff mobility, today in UTAB, Professor Andrea Fabli is teaching in the Faculty of Agriculture, Environmental Management and Renewable Energy. We wish that this be the beginning of other possibilities of staff exchange on incoming and outgoing basis. The main items of today's seminar open the possibilities of collaborating in research. These items are e-learning and its perspectives, MOU with the University of Parma and its perspectives, Rwandan City of Gastronomy for a social and economic development, environmental protection, livestock hub and potato seeds production and dissemination. Renewable energy affordable to the community is the last item which will be presented today. We wish that the comments after the coming presentations enrich this seminar and bring us to the upper level of research for the good of our communities. Dear presenters, dear audience, we would like that the Vice Chancellor of the University of Technology and the Arts of Byumba open officially this seminar of 11th February 2022. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father Dr. Lucien, for the good presentation. Allow me to invite the Vice Chancellor of University of Technology and Arts of Byumba to give us the welcome remarks.
Dear Roberto, dear delegates from the University of Parma, dear deputy lecturers from Parma University, dear deputy vice chancellor of our university in academic affairs and research, dear directors, dear corporate, dear directors, dear students, dear presenters in this seminar, dear participants in this seminar, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of University of Technology and of Art of Byumba, and on my own behalf, I convey to you all and to each of you my sincere greetings. Good morning. So it is my great pleasure to welcome everyone in today's seminar. I would like to extend a special welcome to our guests, especially to Professor Roberto, who will talk about e-learning and its perspectives, and he delivered the presentation of greater growing Rwanda energy awareness through higher education, and to Professor Andrea Fabri, and to all delegation who will give us some talks. UTAB, in brief, as you know, before we go in this seminar, UTAB has a long history, and I would like to tell in brief what we are. University of Technology and the Arts of Byumba, UTAB, is a fully accredited community-based university. It started as the Institut Polytechnique de Byumba, IPB, and began teaching in 2006 here in Gicumbi district. In 2015, IPB upgraded from the status of institute to that of university under the name of University of Technology and Arts of Byumba, UTAB. At that time, UTAB had only one faculty, the Faculty of Social Sciences, Management and Development Studies, with 3-degree programs: Bachelor of Arts in Accounting, Bachelor of Arts in Social Work, and Bachelor of Arts in Rural Development. In 2007, the Higher Education Council, HEC, decided that all higher learning institutions would be headed by associations. This led to our university to have UTAB Association, but at that time it was Association of Institut Polytechnique de Byumba. And since then, UTAB has been headed by UTAB Association, chaired by His Excellency Nzakamwita Servilien, the Catholic Bishop of Byumba. Currently, UTAB runs 3 faculties fully accredited by HEC. HEC is exactly. And these faculties include the Faculty of Social Sciences, Management and Development Studies, SSMDS, the Faculty of Education, the Faculty of Agriculture, Environmental Management and Renewable Energy, FAEMRE. In addition, UTAB has distance and open learning facility, what we call DOLF, which is located in the Gatsibo district. It's another district not so far, in the Kiramruzi sector. As a university, UTAB is engaged in different activities such as academic, research, and community outreach. All of those activities aim at raising the quality of education, and social transformation, essentially. want to be on top in the quality of education in Rwanda and in social transformation. UTAB has joined hands with national, regional, and international partners to educate and empower our graduates with knowledge and practical skills. Today, UTAB is a co-host of the Center of Excellence for Mobile and Embedded Systems with Nelson Mandela Institute of Science and Technology. UTAB has also initiated an annual program called Agriculture School Competition and One Health approach to create a young professional network of agents of change in the agriculture vocation. Moreover, UTAB is doing research and piloting the Chinese hybrid maize adaptability in Rwanda together with Liang Fang CO Limited, Company Limited. And in the related document, UTAB is a proud member of the Minagri and its agencies and HLI consortium. Last but not least, UTAB is also, of course, a teaching, coaching, training, and promoting the Kinyarwanda language here in Rwanda at national level, but also at international level. Our vision is to become a radiating university of academic and professional excellence for sustainable socio-economic development. And our mission is, first of all, to provide quality higher education and community-oriented research. Probably in some days, internationally oriented. Secondly, to shape a skilled workforce in the domains of technology and art. And last, to promote a culture of excellence and innovation for quality service delivery. Recently, UTAB has been collaborating with NRED, Enhancement of Rwandan Higher Education Project. This project, as you know, aims at improving the quality and internationalization of higher education programs and the qualification level of both teachers and graduated students in some leading Rwanda higher education institutions. And of course, your presence, the presence of our beloved guests from the University of PARMA witnesses this goodwill to strengthen this collaboration between UTAB and University of PARMA, and we are happy of you. Furthermore, in the line of enhancing quality education, NRED trained UTAB lecturers and students in using Moodle platform. These trainings smoothened teaching and learning, especially during the lockdown caused by COVID-19. The collaboration with NRED keeps on growing. In November-December 2021, a team of UTAB delegates carried out a mission to the University of Parma, and some outcomes of this mission are, among others, enhanced experience in design, structure, organization, and management of teaching and learning resources through visiting laboratories, lecture halls, and other infrastructure in other academic management areas, in university internationalization, visibility of UTAB enhanced through participating and making a presentation at international workshop. MOU between UTAB and University of Parma and its perspectives is going to be discussed soon. Today I think we have to sign. It will be the basis for many joint projects to be developed in the future. Creation of internationalization page on UTAB website. Elaboration of the draft of UTAB plan. Elaboration of the project of staff and students exchange, etc. We couldn't pull off this seminar without the hard work and dedication of presenters. Of course, Professor Roberto, Professor Andrea, Professor Father Dr. Lucien, to name but a few, who worked very hard, tirelessly to really make it a success. Thank you very much. I hope that you all will enjoy the exciting speakers to come and that today inspires ideas and discussions around the ways that we can make our cities better places to live in, our education and our environment pleasant and safe. Now for our speaker, Professor Roberto and his delegation come here from the University of Parma, Italy, and they are, especially Roberto, is the leading expert in the e-learning. So he's going to talk about e-learning and its perspectives. I am very happy to open this seminar, and I would like to call Professor Roberto to continue with this presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, VC, for this informative and inspiring speech. Maybe before giving the speech to Professor Roberto, I would like to communicate that there were an oversight on the agenda. One item were forgotten. After the presentation on the environmental protection with Professor Andrea Fabri, we'll have another presentation on the livestock hub and research on potato seeds by Dr. Kremer. I'm sorry for that. Thank you. Welcome, Professor.
Thank you. Is it possible to connect my laptop?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much for this very, very kind introduction and for your welcome. I am very happy to be here. I was telling to the new Vice Chancellor, it was the first time that I met him here, but it is the fourth time that I come here to visit UTAB, and always it is a pleasure to have at first the journey until reaching here, because the landscape is beautiful, is very, I'm very happy to see the landscape, the people, and to arrive at Biumba at the top of this hill. And the first time I came here, I thought that it was a challenge to build a university on the top of the hill here in this region, which seems rather far from the main routes in Rwanda, but we like challenges. We like challenges. It is very important that, especially in remote areas, to support the new institutions and higher education institutions. Then, as a representative of the University of Parma and on behalf of my colleagues, Professor Andrea and Professor Davide, who are here with me today, we would like to say thank you because we give us the possibility to interact with this part of the world, which is not neglected by other parts of the world. Then we are very happy to include the UTAB in our projects, and even in the future we have the possibility to speak about the future cooperation activities together with our university. Then I would like to tell you something about the challenges in higher education, about the integration among face-to-face teaching, e-learning, and problem-based learning. I see here a group of lecturers of this university. I recognize someone who worked a lot, like Alexis, for the training in e-learning. We had a very good training in the framework of the NRED project. We had a lot of hours of online meetings for training the teachers in e-learning. It was very useful at first to me. I attended the training together with some of you, together with other lecturers coming from other institutions, and I gained a lot of new information. I remember when we met online, there was Alexis, there was also Fabrice, and even others who are here. And my speech today is only to share with you the lesson I learned from that e-learning training, and then to share with you my personal experience at my University of Parma, but even my experience at Ines Ruengeri, where I am teaching now in these 3 weeks a module of soil mechanics for the students of the 3rd level in civil engineering. Then, I'm not an expert in e-learning. I only would like to share with you my small experience. I start from this consideration. COVID restrictions have forced us, all of us, to transfer teaching activities online for a longer period. We got involved and learned how to use technology for teaching. Now, we are back to face-to-face teaching. Then I ask to myself, is everything we have learned to be thrown away? Can we put the experience gained to good use? Can we try, and how we can integrate e-learning with face-to-face lessons to improve teaching? How can we integrate problem-based learning in our teaching activities? I would like to try to answer to these questions, but the questions are for myself at first. We have mainly these 2 kinds of approach for our teaching activities, face-to-face and online. According to me, face-to-face should include the core parts of a module, obviously practical activities, lab activities, exercises, group works, field activities. On the other side, which kind of contents, which kind of activities can be made online? PPT presentations, recorded videos, videos taken from YouTube, plus interactive videos, text of exercises, forums, quizzes, notes. All the teaching and the learning material can be uploaded on the platforms we use. We are familiar now with Moodle platform. 2 years ago, when we started this project, we did not know nothing about Moodle platform, but now I can say that we are experienced in the use of Moodle platform. Is it useful for our activity? How? In which way? Then I would like to share with you my experience. Because as you see, there is a double arrow here. It means that according to me, there should be an interaction between the two possibilities, the two ways of teaching. You know that mainly our teaching activity is based on competence-based learning. And this topic can be reached by both methods of face-to-face and e-learning. I would like to share with you some ideas related to those 4 points. First of all, something about the layout of the Moodle course. Because according to me, if we have a Moodle course, but if at the same time we teach face-to-face, the e-learning part should be attractive for the students. Otherwise, it is only a waste of time for the teacher to prepare material to be uploaded on the platform, then it remains there without being used, without usefulness. Then it depends, according to me, on the layout. It depends on the quality of the online material. It depends on the attraction of the online material and also on the possibility to interact with the students. Then, this is, I would like to share with you my experience at, sorry, we are not connected maybe with internet, but it is the same because I can show you the layout of the Moodle course I teach at Ines Ruengeri. The structure, it is not visible. I don't know if it is possible to be connected with the Wi-Fi. UTAB, is it this one? UTAB 2? So we can see directly. Yes, it is connected. So we can see directly on the web. You see, it is the same Moodle platform you have here at UTAB, I suppose. As you see, I teach the course of soil mechanics. I'm teaching face-to-face. Then I'm telling you what I use as complementary material for face-to-face teaching. Then the structure is as follows. There is an announcements section, an introduction. This introduction is a video, a recorded video. I used the Loom tool, which is for free, which is free on YouTube. I recorded an introduction video for the students in order to present the course. Then I give a welcome to the students. In this page, welcome page, I included the learning outcomes. Then I introduced the course by presenting which is the module plan in order to give the wide perspective to the students since the beginning. Then the introduction is composed by a PPT presentation. This is the same presentation I use with the students face-to-face, but since it is uploaded on the Moodle platform, the students have the possibility to revise it when they are at home, okay? This is the introduction to my course by explaining which are the main objectives, which kind of problems we would like to solve. at the end of the course. Then there is a recorded video lecture, which is my explanation of the same PPT presentation. Then I also include in the Moodle platform also some short videos, selected short videos taken by the web, by YouTube mainly. Then there is a forum section. Then after there is the structure. The structure can be seen here. It is divided by units. 1 and 2 are together, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Then the different topics, the different units of the course are splitted. And inside each unit, the structure is always the same. The first PDF file includes the presentation, the PPT presentation. As you see, this is an example of the presentation I explain to the students in the face-to-face class. Then after, the recorded video lecture. Here is the recorded video lecture. Then once I recorded the video lectures, they are online. So the students who maybe lose something during the face-to-face class, they can recover what they have lost when they are at home. Then you can see a series of small videos. I include also the text of the exercise, as you see. The proposed exercise, so the students have at their disposal the text of the exercise. Questions to the teacher is a forum where each student can upload his or her own question to the teacher, and it is open to the other students. Then a quiz section, and the students have the possibility to check if they acquired the main contents, the key contents of each unit. Then the other units have always the same structure, as you see. As unit 3, there is a PPT presentation, recorded video lecture, a series of small other videos taken by YouTube, but obviously they are well selected by me in advance, exercise, questions, and quiz. And the structure is repeated for each unit. It is more or less the same structure I use also for my students at the University of Parma. Now, let's move to the quality of the online material. I ask to myself, is my presentation attractive for students? Are the notes easily accessible and well organized? Are the videos nice or are the videos boring? Because if the videos are boring, they are boring for the students, but also for me. Are they short or too long? It is much better to upload very short videos, even if they are more than 1, more than 2, more than 3, but it is much better to upload the short videos. What we learned from the e-learning training is that to reach a good quality of the online material, it is better to have a good mix of learning material. But we should be aware that each learning material has a specific didactic role. As an example, specialist book, textbook, scientific literature are used for fundamental knowledge for self-directed learning. If we use teaching videos and podcasts as well, they are useful for fundamental knowledge for self-directed learning. On the other side, PowerPoint presentations are useful to have a trail guide, are useful to lead to further reading. They are useful to motivate students, and they are much more useful for classroom learning instead of self-learning. Then, a good mix of learning material should include books, and usually I upload also soft copies of books on the Moodle platform, teaching videos and PPT slides. But we can ask to ourselves, what is the specific role a PowerPoint presentation? Mainly to create the big picture of a subject. As an example, in my field, it is useful, a PowerPoint presentation, to show which is the wide range of the wide structure of the topics I would like to share with the students. Create the big picture also means that an advanced organizers, and each teacher should be an advanced organizers, help the students to create mental models, especially in applied sciences like civil engineering in my field, but I also suppose agriculture, agronomy, and so on. We should use mental models, and we should teach to our students to create their own mental models. And a PowerPoint presentation can help in this task. Create the big picture also means the use of roadmaps. Sometimes very effective sketches can help the students to create their own roadmaps, which reveal the structure. If I wanted to teach which is the approach to a problem, I can use roadmaps. If I wanted to teach which can be the methodology of a problem, I can use roadmaps, and a PowerPoint presentation can help in this. Finally, we can say that the role of a PowerPoint presentation is to deliver an anchor and motivate self-learning. In most cases, even my PPT presentation are not structured, are not designed to reach this main goal, because when I designed and produced my PowerPoint presentation, I was thinking about to help students for self-studying. But after the training we had last year, I realized that I have to revise my way of producing PowerPoint presentations. Another point is attraction of the teaching material. How to produce attractive presentations. What is the problem, for example, here? On the left side of this slide, we see that it is not easy to read while listening. If I present something like this to my students, it is difficult reading and listening at the same time. On the right side, we see that there are pictures, there is text, but it is not clear if the student should observe at first the picture or if they should read the text. Another kind of problem. If we scan books and we put the scanned books on PowerPoint presentation, it is not readable at all. Some other times it is not clear where the attention is or should be, because there is no evidence of keywords of a text. Other problems. We insert figures, but figures are too small. Maybe there is too much text. The text is too small to be read. Then it is not clear at all for the students. In other cases, we use pictures, but we don't understand what is the most important part of this sketch, of this scheme. Other problems, the layout can be rather confusing, like in this case. The same content can be more attractive if we use highlighting of keywords and if we aligned and use the same size of the pictures, for example. These are some useful rules in order to produce good presentation and attractive presentations. Then we can resume which are the basic design rules. Step 1, ensure that everybody gets the key message of our speech. An example, I applied these rules to myself. I'm used to present to my students something like this in the first lesson. Learning outcomes, then only text. Okay? Is it attractive or not? Step 1. Ensure that everybody gets the key message. About learning outcomes, I ask and I should put myself instead of a student. Why should we be informed about learning outcomes? Step 2. Make your learners think. In this case, in which way the learning outcomes will enhance my knowledge? This should be the main question on the side of the student. And when I produce my presentation, I should put myself in the shoes of the student. Do you know the reason why you are studying this module? I would like that each student should ask to himself or herself, do I know the reasons why I am studying this module? Then, step 3, reduce cognitive load. If I present to the student this kind of slide, the cognitive load is rather high. It is not reduced. In which way I can reduce the cognitive load? For example, by putting in evidence only 4 points, the 4 headings. In this way, but it is not good because the text is not aligned. Here it is aligned. The third case is much more better because we use generous spacing and alignment between words. But I can rearrange the same words in this way. Then rearrange items and use white spaces. This means reducing cognitive load. Step 4, enhance understanding by visualization. Besides the keywords, we can put some icons in order to attract the attention of the students. Then after, transforming the test in with few words, then save words. Then I tried to transform the previous test in this one. The result is this. This is before, on the right side, after this exercise. This is an exercise I made by myself for me. And I realized that I have to revise all my PPT presentations in order to make them more attractive for the students. Then, let's resume the basic design rules. Step 1, ensure that everybody gets the key message. Step 2, make your learners think. Step 3, reduce cognitive load. Step 4, enhance understanding by visualization. As the last point, I would like to speak about interaction between teacher and students. When the lecturers from the University of UTAB and from IPRC came to the University of Parma, even Dr. Evariste attended some lessons. He can testify that even in the face-to-face teaching, we try to interact with the students and we try to involve students in the interaction. We have 2 main tools to interact with the students, through the so-called problem solving and through the so-called problem-based learning. At first, problem solving means define a problem. Even if I have to introduce some theoretical aspects, I'm used to introduce at first the problem we would like to solve. Then the analysis of the problem, identification of solutions, more than one solution, then selection of one solution, planning of action, then after implementation. And at least in the field of civil engineering, we usually propose to our students to solve some exercises. And the solution of an exercise deals with the last step, which is implementation. But in order to reach this final step, I have to follow this circular path. As regards the problem-based learning, it is quite different with respect to the previous problem-based learning. Why? Because it implies that students have to make research, a kind of research by themselves. In fact, step 1 is problem scenario. Step 2 is identification of key facts. Step 3, identification of required information. Then after, methodology and research. Step 5, design solutions. Step 6, apply the knowledge and findings. Step 7, evaluate and share results. When we had our training online, which was taught by Professor and colleague Stefan Ludwigs from RFH Cologne, he suggested us to select one argument, one topic from our course, and try to define those 7 steps. I tried to define those steps dealing with a very practical problem, which is the stabilization of slopes. Coming here this morning, we have seen a lot of cut slopes that are not stable at all. Then this is a practical problem everywhere, not only in Europe, but even here in Rwanda. Then me, as a geotechnical engineer, I'm interested to train my students to solve this kind of problem. Then, step 1, introduce the problem scenario. It is not difficult for students, Rwandan students, because they have a lot of examples of unstable cut slopes. Then, step 2, introducing key facts. Then, a list of key facts for the students. Then, step 3, identification of required information. I give to the students a list of information they have to acquire in order to solve this kind of problem. Then, this is a methodology, but it is a guided methodology. Then, my role is of coaching the students, not teaching since the beginning which are the real contents. The contents must be searched by the students directly, and I suggest which could be the methodology of research. I tell to the students, you need structured observation, you need site analysis, you need comparison studies, you need papers, books in order to answer the following questions. Then I give to the students a series of questions they have to answer to those questions. Then after, I give to the students some sources selected by me, because the students can acquire a lot of information from the web, but we know much better that not all information are appropriate. Then they should be selected by the teacher in his or her role of coaching the students. Step 6, apply the knowledge and findings. Then I suggest the students to try to define a typical example and to apply the selected methodology approach to the example they have selected. Last step, evaluation and sharing of results. Evaluation and sharing of results among students in group works, but above all with the teacher. And this is the example of the same problem I implemented on the Moodle platform of my course, which is, this is the statement of the problem. I upload on the Moodle platform the worksheet, and the worksheet includes all those 7 steps which are useful indication for the students in order to follow the right method. I also conclude the session online with a quiz, multiple choice quiz. Then I proposed the students to solve a practical problem. Then on one side the problem solving, on the other side problem-based learning, which according to me is more fitted for higher level students, let's say third level, fourth level, or master students, because they should have more skills in research activities. Murakose Chane for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Roberto, for the good presentation, which is a good course. Indeed, even though it was maybe given a few hours, but we are learning. Just maybe to manage effectively the time, we are running out of the time. I would like to tell to other remaining presenters to try to use maybe 5 minutes for the presentation so that we could save time. Allow me to invite Dr. Eliezer to present the MOU and its perspective on between University of Technology and Arts of Byumba and University of Parma.
Thank you very much. Dear VC, distinguished guests, dear colleagues, the protocol of collaboration between University of Technology and Arts of Byumba, UTAB, and University of Parma was one of the outcomes of the visit of a delegation from UTAB to University of Parma in November. When we were there, we had the chance to be received by the rector of University of Parma, Professor Paolo Andrei. We met various staff, including the head of internationalization, Professor Nadia Monacelli, and then we had this MOU signed. You can go down to Article 2, I think. Article 2, I would like our colleagues to pay attention to this because they will all be involved in the realization of those activities as detailed in Article 2. You see, the first element is the exchange of professors, researchers, students from UTAB. That is really an exchange that is interaction between UTAB and University of Parma. And it has already started, but we have to enhance it with the involvement of you colleagues. Number 2, joint realization of publications, academic journals, and any other type of publication that may be interest for both parties. As you know, this is one of the areas in which we have challenges here at UTAB. Publications, we have limitations. Now, this MOU or protocol offers opportunity for us, lecturers, academic staff of UTAB, to enhance our publications because we could publish jointly with our colleagues from University of Parma. Joint development of research projects, other research projects, you know, in research we have publications, but we have also other activities, mainly intending to solve the problems that our country is facing. So we need to develop research projects, and we have a good platform working with our colleagues from University of PARMA. Joint creation, development, and promotion of innovative educational activities. Here also, we have to think projects, didactical projects, educational activities, and we can develop them working with our colleagues from University of PARMA. Organization of conferences and workshops, very interesting thing. Director of research, I think we have to link with colleagues from University of PARMA and organize a conference. Within these 5 years, because this is for a period of 5 years, but renewable, but we should make sure that we don't renew it before organizing an international conference here at UTAB in collaboration with University of PARMA. We already have networks there. Some professors are here. Start networking with them, and we will have shortly a seminar with the head of internationalization from University of PARMA, because they have a unit in charge of internationalization there. We met people there. We need to link with them. One of the terms of this protocol is that we are going to make an action plan for the activities. So we will have shortly a seminar to make that action plan. The MOU has already been signed. The rector of University of PARMA signed it 2 months ago, and the VC of UTAB is signing today. So tomorrow we start the implementation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, DVC, for the good presentation. I think there is no comment about that, because the MOU, we start the implementation of this MOU by tomorrow, and it is clear. Let us invite Father Dr. Lucien for the presentation on the research on Rwandan city of gastronomy. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you, MC. Thank you, dear Vice Chancellor. Thank you, our guests, and those who are following our presentation remotely. My item that I'm presenting is Kigali, UNESCO City of Gastronomy, Potential Socio-Economic Development of Rwanda. Introduction. What is gastronomy? Gastronomy, first of all, should be defined in order to understand what will follow. Gastronomy is the study of the relationship between a food and the culture, the art of preparing foods, the cooking styles, and the science of good eating. Till now, there are 36 cities of gastronomy worldwide. In Africa, only one city in South Africa is in the network of UNESCO's cities of gastronomy. A research question which motivated me to think about this topic is this one. As Rwanda is developing tourism and is developing economically, does Kigali has enough requirements to enter the network of UNESCO's cities of gastronomy? We can say yes, but you have to prove it with future researches, whereby different expertises should be jointly, should work together. The rationale of my research is this one. After years of economic growth, developing the idea of gastronomy becomes very urgent in order to continue the process of both social and economic development. As Parma is a UNESCO's city of gastronomy, collaborating with the University of Parma, UTAB may raise Kigali to the UNESCO's city of gastronomy. Here I present some traditional foods. Traditional dishes are made of vegetables like imiteja, peas, isogo, isoji, nyabutongo, imbwija, which are the basis of many local dishes, together with ibitoki, banana, ibijumba, sweet potatoes, and ibishimbo, beans, imyumbati, cassava, roots, ubugari, etc. However, besides this, Rwanda has developed the foods processing. Modern Rwandan types of food and beverages. The traditional beer called Kigaje from sorghum is processed in industry now. The traditional beer called Urwagwa from banana is as well processed through industry. Ubuchi, Rwandan honey, is used in preparation of Urwagwa, Inkangaza, Inurire, etc. Apart the traditional gastronomy, here we have also the foods and beverages in Rwanda which are processed under this item, Rwandization of products in processing. Rwandization of products through food processing. Here the image you have is the milk and the products which can be processed from the milk. We have the example of Urwibutso, where I will visit this afternoon in order to see the possibility to raise Rwandan city at the level of UNESCO's gastronomy. Sweet Urwibutso, cake of Rwanda, sambusa, etc. We have other foods, drinks, condiments like akabanga, which is international till now. So what are the objectives of this research that I want to start with some collaborators, of course, because it needs different expertises. It is to value the Rwandan gastronomy for enhancement of trade exportation. Of course, already we are exporting some products from Rwanda, but they should be it should be their enhancement. To enhance tourism and the programs of Visit Rwanda and Come and See. To present Rwandan gastronomy anthropologically, historically, and especially gastronomically. To suggest a food processing that keeps originality of Rwandan gastronomy. What can be expected outcomes of this research? Tourism will grow. This is the first outcome. The rate of exportation of typical traditional and modern products of Rwanda will grow. Knowledge of Rwanda in the field of food and drink will be increased. A link is created between the cities of the World Gastronomy Network through trade and tourism. What will be the methodologies to be used? First of all, inventorying typical foods and drinks. Inventorying typical foods and drinks used in modern gatherings. Here, the methodology will be social anthropological approach. To assess the economic role of restaurants and hotels, methods which will be used are quantitative, statistical, and analytical. To study the foods and drinks processing, which may keep the originality of Rwandan typical food. What are the needed expertises in order to conduct this research? The first expertise which is needed is anthroposocial, one, and agricultural expertise and food processing expertise. murakoze. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father Dr. Lucien, for the presentation. Just this was maybe the concept note on this research. It should be conducted and it is relevant. Allow me to invite Professor Andrea Fabri to present, to give the presentation on the environmental protection.
How do I run the slides? Just
The slides.
I say it. Okay. Go ahead and tell me.
Presentation.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry if I had some hesitation, but I wanted to be sure because we had the last minute adjustment of the slides. So this is this presentation is about the climate change, but you will see that it concerns a number of issues which are all very important. As you see, there is an introduction about global climate change, and I don't have to insist on the issue because we are harassed by news on how much it rains in a certain place, how dry, how much is drought in another. And so there is a climate change that worsens and changes the environments and may affect also what we are interested most, our environment, our productions, our products which we can consume or export. So climate change affects, of course, agriculture, mostly in a developing country where, let's say, agriculture is growing and it's updating to the most modern techniques, which are more productive, but also sometimes at times weaker, more sensible to changes, because they are the most modern techniques are constructed on a very, very delicate equilibrium, you know, while instead traditional are able to withstand changes and were more resilient. So it is a threat. I'm sorry, but I have problems with reading. Maybe if I open my presentation, I can read from that. Not that I want to read everything, but I don't want to miss some objects. Some subjects I want to, for me, is important to. Okay. So, as we say there, what we have realized is that the productivity of some crops can change in a negative sense when the environmental conditions for which they were set and selected change. So that is a big problem. And another problem, of course, is the soil conditions. So here we see the beginning of a landslide. And if you want to know more about that, you can ask Professor Roberto, who is a renowned expert of these issues. But what we should plan to do, and what we propose with this presentation, is to see what to utilize in the future with the changing climates, with changing conditions of the soil, of the environment, and also, of course, to try to avoid environmental disasters. So the first thing would be to select varieties that are most suited to the climate change, adapt techniques for transformation of these products more resilient and give more added value to food, to select the best crop management practices, and you know, all of them, including diseases, including soil control, etc., and land management, as I said, the practices. Because in the beginning, I'll tell you, in the beginning we were talking about adapt. Instead, I suggested to use the word adopt. Because we cannot imagine all these things I've said, and also the future interventions that we might implement can be done only by 1 or 2 universities, you know, of this country, because it's an enormous work of research. While instead in the world there is a big amount of knowledge about, you know, the best crops, the best livestock, the best practices to be adopted in different climates. So before doing research, we should do research, but research in the sense of studying what exists in other environments similar to ours, and to select the best things, the best genotypes, the best techniques, the best processes, and so on. So again, I continue in the list of, let's say, list of wishes. Promote climate resilient livestock. Adopt and promote, adopt, should be, and promote agroforestry systems, sustainable agriculture management options, and also integrated early warning systems and disaster response plans, because they might take place. In these days, during the night, there have been terrible storms that lasted hours with a lot of water. And of course, these storms can be little dangerous in natural environments, but they can be really harmful for agricultural surfaces. So we have to adapt to these events, which can multiply in the future. And again, select and promote the use of solar energy for irrigation, soil and water conservation technologies, manure management technology, improve livestock species and population. You see, the fields are many, and you cannot think that we can set up efficient research on all of these sectors. So it's better to study, to visit similar situations, and to take the best from other people's, other nations' research, and continue research here in the measure in which we can do it, of course. And here is the proposal of possible organization in which to submit proposals to obtain finances. More or less, this is the thing that we wanted to say with Joseph. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Fabri, for the good presentation. Let us have now the presentation on the livestock hub and research on potato seeds. And without any interruption, the presentation on the renewable energy affordable by the community will follow. Thank you. Dr. Clément, you are welcome.
Thank you very much. As I said, my name is Clément Williams-Wenimana. I'm just going to take you to present to you what we have in our mind with the initiation of small livestock hub, as well as the project of research and even seed production on potato we have here in UTAB, and of course which also has started. So as background, basically in Rwanda, one of the challenges we have is that the country is lagging behind in terms of per capita consumption of most of the animal products. This basically is coupled with the few races which are designated for meat, and also most of the small stocks are dominated by traditional races. But in addition also to that, there is also raw adoption of improved technologies in this livestock farming system. And this has led, of course, to the low productivity in the small stocks, and there's also a problem of lack of improved breeds, especially for rabbits. What also I can say is that in most of this small stock farming system, youth and women are more engaged in this, which of course make this farming more important, because the population of Rwanda is dominated by youth and also women. We have in our mind that we want to initiate the small stock farming hub, where we help farmers to capacitate them, and also promote and disseminate the technologies that aim to increase the productivity. And also, one of the challenge which is being faced by farmers is the meat value chain, which is not well organized. So we want to contribute to organize the meat value chain, especially for these small stock populations. The project will start by, of course, introducing the improved breeds, and also trying to expand the artificial insemination for pig, and also enhance and update the breeding technologies regarding to nutrition, healthcare, and also disease control for this small stock. We will plan also to construct the infrastructures with adequate materials, and also to establish the model farm which will help to increase the knowledge and hands-on skills on this small-scale farming. And also we want to capacitate, as I have said, train beneficiaries, and also help them to link with the markets here in Rwanda and even at the international level. We are expecting, of course, to reduce the poverty of the population in the rural areas. As I have said, most of these populations are involved in this small stock farming system. But also we think that the modernized and sustained small stock farming industry will be achieved, and the youth and women, of course, will be assisted in the rural areas, as well as promotion of productive employment in the rural area. These are the key partners we think we can partner with them. Of course, we plan to partner with public institutions that are working on these areas of small stock production, Rwanda Agriculture Board, Ministry of Agriculture, higher learning institutions, local government, as well as also farmers. And we think also if the University of PARMA can also help us to develop a kind of proposal on this, also will be appreciated. For the potato project we have, this is a project, of course, which is in a pipeline. There's some activities that the university have started. This is based on the issues which is really being recognized in the country, where the seed, especially in potato, the seed use is very low, and yet this crop is very important. It is even categorized among the food crops here in Rwanda, and the cash crop. It's really this is justified by the areas and covered by this crop here in Rwanda. Is among the top 5 crops which are considered as major crops here in Rwanda. But the crop is really challenged by low productivity. Basically, the varieties available can even yield up to 20 metric tons. But if you look at the reports at farm level, smallholder farm level, we are at 9 tons per hectare. This is basically We have also observed the yield decrease since 2014, and this is a result of lack of quality seed, quality seed and clean seeds. The crop is really mostly damaged by diseases. There's also inadequate culture practices and overall adoption of improved varieties. But also, if you look at the crop is also prone to climate shocks, which has led, of course, to small-scale farming people to have low productivity. So all these challenges have made us to think on how we can help the farmers around UTAB. Just for your information is that, of course, the crop is grown in the highland and the university is in the highland region. And most of the farmers, of course, grow and consume potato here in Rwanda. I mean, in the northern part of Rwanda. So we basically want to increase smallholder farmer productivity through the promotion of new agriculture technologies. And as a specific objective, we want to increase, to capacitate the knowledge of farmers in good agronomic practices, and also the initiation of seed center of excellence, where farmers will come and learn on modern techniques of growing Irish potato. And also, we want also to promote the community-based quality potato seed production, where farmers also will have a role to produce the seeds, and also using the modern technologies that they will be rent from the Center of Excellence of Seed. So as activities, we want, of course, to update the seed production infrastructures. Because the value chain of seed production all the way start from the tissue culture lab, where you extract meristem, and then you, using artificial media, you develop a crop from the meristem. So we want also to upgrade the infrastructures, laboratories, and even screen house, as well as, of course, capacitate our staff and recruit the laboratories, technicians that will operate the laboratory. We have already started to produce the early generation seeds of potato in the site of Kaniga. And also, we plan to make a participatory certified seed production, where we are going to identify farmers and who will come and pick the EGS seed produced by UTAB, and then produce them into certified seed category, of course, by assistance of university. And also, we plan to jointly conduct research in mostly on the variety adoption and adaptation in this region at farm level, which of course will goes with the demos and the model demonstration plots to increase the awareness of farmers to use the developed high yielding varieties of potato. So we are really expecting to increase the availability of improved Irish potato varieties to farmers, while of course increase the productivity of Irish potato, which of course will lead to the improvement of food security. And at the end of the day, because the crop is a cash crop, of course there is a side of reduction of poverty among the smallholder farmers. So these are also the partners we think we can partner with them. As I have said, there is a local government, private sector, and even farmers who really are involved in potato farming. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm Evariste, and I'm going to present the affordable renewable energy resource, and it is the experience gained at the University of PARMA during the last mobility for of teaching staff. Before going to my main topic, I will first of all talk a little bit about the UNRED project, and then I will show the activity I conducted, and then I will come to the outcome of this workshop. As the other speakers has said, the UNRED project main aim is to support the modernization of higher education in Rwanda. And the focus is in two main fields: food science and technology, and environmental protection, safety, and management. During the workshop in PARMA, as you can see, we attended different activities, including visiting different laboratories. We were seeing how the other universities are conducting experiments to educate the students or to do the research. As you can see, Professor David, who is present, he was explaining something they do in the field of food science. I also attended or visited physics laboratories, as you can see in the picture, and where I was raising the hand, I was conducting physics experiment, and also attended a renewable energy laboratory, where I was trained on self-fabrication of solar panel. You can see I was testing, and then I was connecting to see if I can produce my own solar panel. We also had chance to visit food processing, in this case is meat processing factory. The visit was really fun and interesting. As the outcome of the workshop, I attended the renewable energy laboratory where I was trained, and we come up with an idea for self-fabricated, affordable solar panel for powering remote communities. As you have seen the pictures where I was connecting solar cell to produce solar panel. So we want to initiate the project to see if in our renewable energy laboratory we can self-fabricate solar panel. This will be part of teaching our students, where they will have practice, and at the end they will be able to produce solar panel by themselves. The general objective of the project will be to establish a home-based, university-based self-fabrication affordable solar panel, and the specific objective will be a community-based workshop laboratory at UTAB, where we will be able to produce solar panel, and we want to to develop strong practical laboratory that is based on real work, not theory only. As you can see, we will start from single solar cells. Solar cells are manufactured in different countries. We thinking to import them, and the students, as you may see, they will first of all test, and then they will go through connecting and assembling until they produce the final PV module. The main collaborator will be CNR staff, which is linked to University of Parma. They have knowledge and experience in this field. So they will be training our staff in the lab and students, and then we will see if we can establish a strong laboratory based in UTAB, and we think it's possible with partners, and we hope this will have a positive impact on the community, as the produced solar panel will be used to power small household, and they will be used for water pump in irrigation, as the professor showed. So that is our idea, and it is the experience we gained during the mobility of staff during this annual project. I thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Evariste. Thank you, Dr. Clément, for the presentation. Much thanks to all presenters. We are almost at the end of the presentations, but before we give the speech for the closing remarks to the VC, allow me, first of all, to invite Professor Roberto to give some comments and observations on the presentations. You are welcome.
Okay, thank you very much. They were all very... Thank you very much. They were very great presentations from all of you. A lot of ideas are on the floor. And I'm very happy about this because the NRED project was founded in the framework of capacity building projects in the field of higher education. Capacity buildings means that the progress comes step by step. It was only the first step. It means that we are encouraged and we are all motivated to proceed with the further steps. Then, there are a lot of ideas, especially for different research projects in different areas. And according to me, all these topics could be a good starting point to submit new proposal for new projects. This is not only a proposal, an idea, because next week there will be the deadline to submit a new proposal for another capacity building project, and in which the same partners, institutions are involved. Then, University of Parma, together with the 4 Rwandan institutions, including UTAB. And it comes from the good experience we already had with you, the good cooperation, and also on the basis of the experience made by your lecturers at our university. specifically in the field of renewable energy, because this topic related to the production of solar panels came from the direct relationship between Dr. Evariste and some researchers of our university. Then, this is time to announce that the next week we will submit a new proposal to the European Commission, which is titled GREETER. GREETER means Growing Rwanda Energy Awareness Through Higher Education. It will include what? The revision of your current curriculum in renewable energy, plus the purchasing of new lab equipment in the field of renewable energy in two ways. A first lab which will be installed inside the campus, which will be used directly by the students, and a second so-called living lab, which means that you will be able to install some solar panels, most probably, on a building which has also social purposes. So you can reach a double effect. First of all, the use of new electricity for that small community. Second, dissemination of what you are doing for the community surrounding the institution. Third, using that living lab for education of your students. Then, let's hope that this new proposal will be won by all of us in order to have the possibility to support, even with a budget, these very beautiful ideas. Then, this is the first step. NRED was the first step. GREETER can be the second step, but other further steps can come in the field of protection, environmental protection, in the field of city of gastronomy. I like it very much. In the field of new productions as regards agronomy and even animals and so on. So these are very, very good ideas. According to me, they could be the first step to provide, to write together new project proposals. And we need your support because we are able to submit the proposal to the European Commission to be funded. But even in this case, we asked to Dr. Evariste and other team members to provide, for example, needs analysis and other information to submit the new proposals. Then we need your support, and we support you, obviously. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to all. I agree with Roberto that what has been shown this morning is very interesting. A lot of ideas came out, and I was sure when Professor Andrea Fabri came with us for the first time here in Rwanda, that his very burning mind was thinking to something very interesting, and I am very happy that this idea of proposing the city of gastronomy is very interesting for our point of view, because we worked together for 20 years on these issues. And I want just to add one thing, that in my experience, like in other African countries like Senegal, Togo, and so on, one of the basic engines that moves interests, investments, and tourism and things like that are mainly linked to food, to gastronomy, to tourism, and so on. So by creating a virtual circle between the interest, the food, the gastronomy, the tourism, I'm quite sure that we will probably increase your income, your interest, and your activities here in Rwanda. Just yesterday, I was reading on the news that comes on the smartphone that Rwanda is the 6th country in the world in which you can make tourism alone and being sure. So there are only 5 countries, they were not cited, but maybe is not Italy one of the first 5, Yeah, because we know there are some cities in Italy where it is not so sure to go around by themselves, and so this is a very great message for people that comes here to see this beautiful country. There are at the same time other activities that has been carried on, like the new Center for Guerrilla Studies and Research in the Virunga Mountains, now that have been just opened 1 week ago. So I'm very happy of this idea of this interaction on food, on gastronomy, and obviously, as Roberto said just before, the importance is to move together and to collaborate, because from our side there is always the possibility to have interchange of ideas, of experience, and to support you on the field in which we are skilled, especially Andrea. Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to pass the microphone to Andrea.
If you don't mind, I would like to make a little addition to what Davide said very properly. We have the idea with Lucien about the city of gastronomy didn't come out just. Actually, Parma has been the first city in Italy that became a UNESCO city of gastronomy. And so we developed the experience, which is an experience we can put at the disposal of Kigali, because it has to be one town. But of course, being a country like this, Kigali would mean Rwanda. Okay. And in Parma, the initiative, the proposal came from the university. It was a university to speak to the mayor, to meet the industrialists, to meet the association of artisans, of agriculturists, and so on. So producers, academy, this is a fundamental. As I said also to Lucien days ago. There must be a common interest in doing it. Everybody in Rwanda must want it, because when in UNESCO they evaluate the proposal, they have to understand that there is a whole country. Well, in Parma was the whole city and the province. Here, of course, the whole country behind that. And I'm sure that if we are able to demonstrate that, that will be, to prepare the dossier, to do the work, that there will be, of course, a group of workers who will prepare the actual dossier. But certainly that is the work will be hard, but there won't be problems in succeeding. Only there must be behind the project, the whole country, the whole stakeholders, be they industrial, academic, political, and so on. This is very important. So I ask those who can speak to the higher levels of the country and of the Kigali, etc., to sensibilize them on this issue, because there will be certainly a return in all types of terms, cultural, economical, tourism, whatever. Okay, so I'm really looking forward to this initiative, because we are ready to put available for the country our experience, which is now 7 years old. Thank you.
I think there is no other comments on this. If there is no other comment, I would like to invite the Vice Chancellor to give the closing remarks. Then after that, we'll proceed with the group photo.
Professor Roberto and delegation, Professor David and Andrea, dear DVC, dear DCS, dear colleagues, we arrive now at the end of one day seminar. I would like to thank to Roberto and the delegation, of course, for your sharing and your comments. Very inspiring and very encouraging. As you know, we would like to to be a strong university. We are on top of the hill. We would like to remain on the top. Secondly, we have some of UTAB project presented here will be, of course, implemented with the collaboration of our presenters and of all of us, and with University of Parma, we hope. And we are here for that, and we promise our commitment. We would like to become strong by capacity, by action also. By action also for the social transformation. Project which will have the impact on social, on population, on the country, on this region. So we promise this. And by this, I would like to close this first step, and we will continue by visiting our stakeholder, of course, after the photo. Thank you for all this seminar. Thank you for the following step also.
Rubyiruko naho bareze imikino Sorry.
urafata kano uzagitegereza umuboko gusa konyine gutya wafata iki kintu
kaminuza yabo kinjira muri urwo akimigi 36 ku isi yose nayo ikaba ari umujyi wa gastronomy. Ati rero dufite icyizere ko na Kigali kandi hano Rulindo hano Nyirangarama naho habarirwa muri Kigali, dufite icyizere ko Kigali nayo ishobora kwinjira muri urwo ruhando rw'imijyi 36 tukaba 37 wenda tubigizemo uruhare. Ni ukuvuga kaminuza ya PARMA ifatanyije na UTAB noneho n'abafatanyabikorwa bacu hano twahisemo Nyirangarama.
yavuga Kigali mu Rwanda rwose aravuga ati u Rwanda rwose u Rwanda ni igihugu kitari kinini, Kigali ni center, ariko u Rwanda rwose kuri uwo mushinga wo guteza imbere ibintu bijyanye n'imirire mbese mu Rwanda bikajya ku rwego rwa UNESCO no kuvuga ku rwego mpuzamahanga. Uwo niwo mushinga turimo gutangira kandi Nyirangarama ikazabigiramo uruhare.
Niyo cyitegererezo muri iyo gahunda
bijyanye n'imirire ku isi yose mu Rwanda, izingiro nyine ari Kigali.
ubwo UNESCO niyo ibyemera, niyo yemera iyo mijyi.
Ni ukuvuga ngo bikorerwa i Paris. Yes, ni ukuvuga gahunda yo kugira ngo batoranye umujyi bawemerwe ku isi. Ni ubushakashatsi buba bwabanje gukorwa ku rwego rwa kaminuza bagafatanya n'igihugu, noneho bagatanga ubusabe muri UNESCO, inama ikabera i Paris, akariho bafatira icyemezo cyo kuvuga ngo uyu mujyi tuwugize kuri urwo rwego mpuzamahanga. Kugeza ubu muri Afurika dufite umujyi umwe gusa wo muri South Africa, niwo wonyine wageze kuri urwo rwego rwo muri iyo mijyi tuvuze 36.
aho mugereje nagira ibyo mvuga aze funguye ndashaka gukoresha ururimi rwacu kuko nibwo numvamo neza, nkanabisobanura ubundi mukabasobanurira, kuko gahunda uko mwatangiye muyivuga niyo niyumvamo kandi nakozeho. Icyambere
gake kugira ngo tujyane ndavuga mu Gitaliyani nanjye kirambangurira. Study cendoke questo programma della gastronomia sta nella sua idea. Anche lui quando ha cominciato questo progetto suo pensava sul modo di poter fare crescere lo sviluppo nazionale sui prodotti locali.
Icyambere kinambere gishimishije kurusha nuko uruganda runini mfite, izo mashini PARMA nagiyeyo nanjye narayeyo bamfata neza ku buryo nizeyemo n'Ubutaliyani ko dukorana no mu bindi bizaza.
Dice che l'industria, l'azienda che c'ha qua è un'industria anche materiali, le ha comprato a Parma e per questo pensa che questa collaborazione sarà molto aperta tra di noi.
Ku buryo ndimo kubareba nkabona ndi abafatanyabikorwa nsanzwe nkorana nabo, twandikirana cyangwa dusurana cyangwa baza kudusura.
Vedendovi vede che siete come i suoi partner through questa background, questa storia, partners who came to visit him.
Ku bintu bijyaniranye n'ubuhinzi n'ubworozi mbihera hasi, ari mu buhinzi bwanjye, ari no gufatanya n'amakoperative cyangwa n'abandi bikorera mu gihugu cyose, nkabaha imbuto nkanabigisha kandi nkabagura umusaruro.
Para del suo contributo nel sviluppo nazionale, nella maniera di trasmettere, dare i semi alle persone, anche a allenare lì nei trainings. Questo anche lui sta bene in questo progetto che stiamo facendo.
Si nibyo gusa kugira ngo tuze tubitransforme twohereze hirya no hino gusa, ahubwo nashinze n'ishuri ryo kubyigishamo kuva muri nursery, primary, secondaire n'amasection y'ubuhinzi n'ubworozi n'izindi zubakiyeho.
Soltanto questo, anche ha creato le scuole, dalla scuola materna, scuola elementare, anche scuola secondaria, per poter diffondere questa sua idea che può anche contribuire nello sviluppo nazionale.
Kandi koko mu bijyaniranye no guhindura ibikomoka ku buhinzi n'ubworozi bijyanira hamwe, niyo mpamvu urabivuga urusenda, ziriya passion fruit, ukongeraho ayo mananasi, ukongera ibinyampeke, amasaka kugeza aho ugereza n'ingano, ibyo byose turabifite.
Parla di tutti i prodotti che hanno qui, questi sono gli esempi dei prodotti tipici locali prodotti qua, parla del grano, parla del sorghum, parla del zucco, tutto questo lo fanno qua e non è soltanto lo fanno, anche vuole insegnare questo tramite le scuole.
kugira ngo mbanyure mu ncamake aho tuva naho tugiye kandi aho turi hose turakorera hano, buri wese aragira iyo afata product kugira ngo ayirebe, ntabwo bivuze ko ari umutwaro kuko turaza kongera tubisubizemo, ariko bumve ko buri kintu cyose tugikoraho.
Dice che come dimostrazione, almeno di quello che sta dicendo, ognuno può prendere una cosa e così lui continua a parlare, non pesa su di voi perché dopo lo metteremo ancora qui.
Ariko se ko mbarangaje ahubwo ko nanze
Sì, ognuno può prendere una sola cosa come dimostrazione.
Ok.
buri muntu nagira icyo afata tukivuge mu kibirika.
buri muntu agira icyo afata barakivuga mu kibirika.
Ngereza n'uyu ntabwo ari ukubijyana. ntabwo ari ugufata icyo ukunda, we ni ugufata icyo werekana.
È originale.
Allora, possiamo continuare a ascoltarlo? Dushobora gukomeza tukamutega amatwi. Prendi questo.
Grazie.
Yerekana imipakira cyane yagiye ajijinganya. Urute bayifashe. Noneho tuzamure hejuru ari ufotora rureba.
Possiamo alzare perché si possano prendere le foto?
Ongera mu gitaliyani wongere bazamure hejuru.
Sta dicendo che si può ancora alzare ancora un po' di sopra.
Metode ni nziza mutubwiye.
Byavuye ndora.
Exact. Yego. Yani byo si byose. Ibi ni byo rwose.
Ernest subirana ibyawe.
Yes.
Possiamo rimettere così lui continua il suo discorso.
Davide, tu sei chi? Non posso trasformare. È stato tanto qualcosa. Turaza kubisubiramo ubuso ubona ntabwo ari ko turi kuri tere.
Bici?
Bane? Ok.
Potete ritornare?
Turacyakomeza.
Continui il suo discorso, si può ancora ascoltarlo.
Ngira ngo mu ncamake hari ibyo babonye, nzi neza ko uyu munsi ntabwo hose ariko twahasura kugira ngo hataza kugira uvuga ati ko hari icyo nabonye tukaba tutahageze. Bishobotse igihe ni icyanyu no kurara byose birateganijwe aha ngaha. Sina Gerard nkora ibijyaniranye n'ibyubaka umubiri, ubuzima bw'umuntu, kandi nkakora ku icyo ari cyo cyose. Hari biriya by'ibirungo, ako ni akabanga. imitobe ako ni kagashya, agahiye iyo ni wine, kandi nkagira wine y'u Rwanda y'umuco nyarwanda, yo nkagira n'iy'abazungu nyine imizabibu yera iwabo. Hose nawe biteganije ku buryo icyo buri wese yaje ateganyije, yaba ari amayero cyangwa amadolari n'abanyarwanda, arihahira ntagenda avuga ngo ari icyo yabuze.
Dice che in riassunto avete visto poco rispetto a quello che sta qua. Si può visitare, si può passare anche una notte qua, anche domani e dopodomani. Qua c'è quasi tutto. Ha potuto lavorare su tutti gli oggetti, dal pepe al vino, dal burro, ogni cosa, ogni prodotto che si può fare in Rwanda. Ha voluto farlo, anche non solo in Rwanda, però anche che le persone che vengono dalle fuori possono trovare gli oggetti che vogliono.
Okay.
Kuko mu biganiro tugirana no mu byo dusura, buri mwaka buri gihe mba mfite ikintu gishya kiba kigomba kujya ku isoko kandi gikomoka ku buhinzi. Nize ari ibyo muza kumbaza cyangwa nanjye mbereka, ni byiza ko hari nanjye n'inama muza kumpa zatuma umwaka utaha tubona uko tuwutegura neza, kandi hakabaho uburyo nishimira bw'ubufatanye bwacu na universite yanyu.
Dice che la vostra presenza per lui è un arricchimento, poiché ogni anno almeno ha un prodotto nuovo, e con voi come intellettuali, magari con le domande, con le spiegazioni, con i commenti, si può scoprire una cosa nuova per quest'anno, e così dirà che abbiamo scoperto together, insieme.
Kuko domene ndimo inyereka ko ngomba gukorana nabo cyane cyane kubera ibiribwa n'amamashini meza bagira, ahubwo hano baze kunsigira adresse zindi yenda ku zindi nganda zindi ziwabo, ku buryo ngiyewe muri business nkora mpita nshyira mu bikorwa.
Nella sua mente vuole collaborare con le scientifiche, perché anche le macchine che c'ha qua sono venute da voi, e vorrebbe anche prendere il suo indirizzo, poiché quando vorrà comprare le altre macchine può venire da voi, oppure potete indicare le nuove macchine che lui non ha qua. Con la vostra visita potete dare un consiglio.
Aho nasoreza kugira ngo tubone uko tujya kuri tere ko hari igihe cy'imvura itaba yatunyagira, nuko byose tubikesha Imana, naho turasura ndi kumwe n'abapadiri, nuko turagera natwe kuri chapelle yacu yubatswe mu kigo cy'amashuri, kugira ngo ibyo dukora byose twizere ko Imana ari ibidufashamo.
Per concludere, dice che ogni cosa ce l'ha perché c'è Dio che l'ha aiutato, e per una dimostrazione che quello che ha è Dio, ha costruito una cappella alla scuola dove andremo, e poi che ci sono anche
come n'ubupanga kariza kwihesha agaciro tukabibyaza umusaruro, noneho aho kugira ngo tujye kuzana ibindi tukajya kubizana ko dufite n'ibyacu twabajyaniye, kugira ngo ya madovize dushaka natwe tuyagiremo uruhare.
Il suo obiettivo è di poter prendere i prodotti di qua, materiali primari, e poter lavorare su di queste, eventualmente anche esportare.
Ku buryo tugize amahirwe muri aba banyeshuri mukaduhamo umwe, byatuma tuzajya tuboherereza akakabanga n'agashya n'akarusho, mwizeye neza ko mufitiye n'umuntu kuko bifite ya norme international mwizeye.
Avrebbe la speranza di rimanere con uno di questi studenti, così potrà mandare alcuni prodotti, e voi potete avere la speranza che i prodotti che sono mandati anche i vostri studenti ce l'hanno lavorato.
Kandi ibyo turabyizeye bitewe n'ubufatanye bwacu bwiza bwa buri munsi.
Questa speranza rispetto alla collaborazione che ci sta con voi.
Ngira ngo twabaye duhiniye aha ngaha tukabanza tukajya ku mashuri no kuri tere tubereka bimwe mu byo dufite duhinga.
Possiamo ora andare a visitare gli altri luoghi dopo di questa introduzione.
rero abazungu nibo bazi gusponsora umwanya kuko kuko ni ibihingwa mu buhinzi ni ibiti by'ibihingwa hariho tukabishyiramo ubwenge kugira ngo nabyo umuntu ashoboye kubikoresha n'ahantu hato bigakora ngaho mwereke duhere ku kameza kakavamo biro office ikabirabonetse.
L'obiettivo di stare qua anche questo fa parte l'agricola che è stata processa, quindi il processing anche sta qua.
ngaho funguro ubikishyire ku ruhande. Ugiye gufungura utashyizemo nta kibazo. Okay.
Genius.
Turaza kwiyihuta. Tutayuka rero.
L'ufficio nelle piccole cose che sono necessarie.
Very nice.
Non è avamo beriso, avamo diva, avamo n'igitanda. Turaza misego.
Per i bambini che fare dormire un bambino, anche una sedia, un divano. Sì.
Io ne vedo ne devo.
Il divano, il letto, il bersaglio per i bambini, il letto per le persone grandi, anche un divano.
Ma è geniale!
Quello che loro vogliono dire è l'intelligenza, le conoscenze nel processing, è quello che vogliono spiegare qui. Andiamo per vedere la bicicletta a legno.
Ah, bicicletta di legno.
Tugenda tujya kwiga ibintu tubireba.
Ariko nubwo mpora nsanga ntabimenya bimwe.
Iri gare ko ari icyumara. Gukora export ya rimwe ryagiye Chicago no muri Israel.
Con questa dimostrazione della bicicletta in legno hanno esportato a Chicago, anche a Israele, una bicicletta del genere.
Pazzesco.
L'avevo spento.
Nice.
Wow, le macchine nice.
Ngo ati kwigare rya ugendere mu
Allora, uretse gato hanze bafata amafoto.
come sospensione.
Ngabo twari igare noneho barebe ko rigenda.
Reka umuhereza
No, it's not heavy. It's light. È leggera, pensavo pesante. I thought it was more heavy. Va via, ciao. Bye bye.
Komeza ugenda.
Qui è l'equivalente di noi stanno una vedi, lui si sta inventando ma onore al merito, poi per noi può essere
No, ma poi
Potete avvicinare, lui vuole dare alcune spiegazioni.
Fisi uwo munyeshuri wari ukugumana hano icyo ngira ngo mbereke ni uko n'ibikorwa remezo tubibyaza umusaruro bitewe n'iby'Imana yaduhaye. Dufite ariya mazi ayo dukoresha hano hose, yaba kwa padiri, yaba ku mashuri ya leta, yaba amashuri yacu, yaba akagari, yaba ivuriro, ngahariya amazi akomoka muri ruriya rutare kandi yapimiwe mu Butaliyani, niho bamuhereza irita muri 2006 kugira ngo twemeze ko ariyo dushobora gukoresha.
Per sfruttare i risorsi naturali, questa è la sorsa di acqua che è stata misurata in Italia per avere il certificato che è un'acqua pura per poter vendere. E questa acqua serviva non soltanto alla gente di qua, serviva anche al centro di sanità, alla scuola, era un'acqua che serviva a tante persone. E poi lui ha voluto di sfruttare quest'acqua come una risorsa naturale.
Ahangaha ibindi ahandi izindi nganda zirimo ni hariya dukorera imigati, akarusho iyo ni banana wine cyangwa ya mafu n'akabanga, hanyuma rero natwe tugatura ahangaha haruguru yaho.
Qui è l'azienda dove si fabbrica il vino della banana, si fabbrica anche il zucco, si fabbrica diverse cose in questa azienda e poi anche lui abita vicino a qua.
Ok.
Ubundi muri rusange aba nibo bakozi b'iki kigo mwasuye, abahinzi, abatekinisiye, abaturage bose.
Allora, un'altra cosa che vuole dire è che tutte queste case che vedete qui sono le stesse persone che lavorano da lui, non ha voluto impiegare persone da lontano.
Da lontano, ok.
Kandi ahangaha nkamenyesha ko nta mushomeri muhora nawe, nta usabiriza, n'amahoro, tugendeye ko igihugu nacyo gitanga umutekano, buri wose ni akazi, ni ugukora, wese afite icyo dukorana na entreprise.
Perciò qui non c'è un senza lavoro. Tutte le persone qui, lui il suo obiettivo è di poter impiegarli perché possano trovare da mangiare e questo ce la fa.
Bene, bravo.
Nice thing.
Very nice.
Nice, bravo. Monte Rosso in
Sfolazzi.
c'è due miniere, tutti i territori,
nayo kiwan twe nayo bye
ahangaha tugeze muri site nyine harimo ubuhinzi bunyuranye, harimo izi ndimu ari nazo zikora no muri iriya ji y'ibisheke turaza kubona. Ibideshe by'ibisheke ngibi nibyo bifumbira n'iby'amatunda muri Uganda mwabonye, ari nayo mpamvu product zacu aba ari organic cy'umwimere, nta fumbire mva Ruganda tujye dukoresha.
Ok, dice che questo era il sito dell'agricola, ci sono tanti prodotti, ci sono citroni che per poter avere, che sono mescolate con il canna a zucchero, e così come abbiamo visto lì nell'azienda, e finisce dicendo che i prodotti qua sono organici, biologici.
N'urusenda ahangaha bayibonye ko sarakumanura ku hanga duhagaze harahagije, tugiye gukurikiza hari pome n'imizabibu.
c'è anche le pomme, c'è pepe, c'è anche il vignaio. La vigna, la vite, ecco la vite.
Guardi troppo i dettagli. È irrilevante. Qui c'è il faldo.
utwaye
ubwo bivuye kuri dicere y'ikilatini. Ariko
uwo ni umuziki wagenewe inka kugira ngo zikamwe neza, izi nka rero ziri muri ambiyanse yazo.
bikaba ndabona babwire ni ukuvuga ngo kugira ngo zigire ambiyanse zikamwe
neza,
umuziki ura inyamaswa
n'inyama zazo usanga zoroshye
n'inyama ngo ziroroka
n'inyama ziroroka.
Allora,
qui c'è una cosa nuova, il loro di questa musica, è perché le mucche possano crescere bene, c'è anche l'impatto sulla carne, anche il latte, ogni cosa con una musica c'è un grande cambiamento rispetto alle altre mucche che non hanno la musica.
kandi bituma n'abashumba batajya kuzerera ngo bati inka kuko ntandi haba hari ambiyanse nk'aho.
Questo anche ha un altro loro sulle persone che guardano le mucche, non possono andare via perché qua c'è una vita di ambiance in francese. Atmosfera.
Oh ja?
Sta mangiando le robette, qui ce n'è uno bianco e nero.
urabona ko bari batangiye guceza nabo kuvuga rwose
abanyarwanda nayo
umuziki wagenewe
kiriya ni ikirondo
ntabwo ari iki, ntabwo ari iki, ni umubiri, ni akabyimba, ntabwo ari agasimba,
ntabwo ari umuntu wapfa kubyibashisha,
nabwire ko kwawe kureba.
barishima cyane ubona bayibonye mu Rwanda bakatekereza dusize mu rugo rwawe ahangaha murateganya kuhakora twakomeza kuko hano tugiye kwinjira mu modoka twongere dusuhuza abanyeshuri mutabona amazu gusa niturangiza tugiye gukatira ku bundi buhinzi bubera hariya hejuru aho duhinga imbuto urugendo tuba tururangije ruzamutse kuri uyu musozi mutagatifu kandi cyane uyu musozi tuzamuka igihe Yezu yashaka kuvugana na se yazamukaga umusozi muremure ubwo murumva namwe kuzamuka icyo bivuga naho tuganisha. Dice che questa è una collina santa e anche Gesù quando voleva incontrare il suo padre doveva salire la montagna. Anche noi abbiamo salito la montagna quindi dobbiamo anche salutare i bambini che vivono qua, che studiano qua e finiamo sopra la montagna per scendere.
Twishimiye abashyitsi badusuye ariko muri ibyo byishimo ntibisanzwe. Kimwe mu byo mbisabiye kwa kundi tubigenza, tubaha amashyi y'intore kandi nta ntore ikomera amashyi mu bitugu by'indi, kandi nishimiye ko mbasanze. Reka mbahe ukuriye uru rugendo mu badusuye abibwire kandi atwereke n'abashyitsi bari kumwe. Murakoze.
Muraho neza? Mumeze neza? Biragaragara. Rero nimwiha amashyi mbere na mbere. Twishimiye kugera hano rero, tukaba turi abashyitsi banyu, tukaba tuvuye muri kaminuza ya UTAB. UTAB murayizi? University of Technology and Arts of Byumba, sibyo? Ngiye kuvugana namwe, yitwa Padiri Gilbert Munana, nkaba nkuriye iyo kaminuza, ndetse tukaba turi kumwe na bagenzi banjye dukorana, ariko by'umwihariko tukaba turi mu rugendo n'abapartners bacu dukorana bavuye muri kaminuza mu Butaliyani yitwa University of PARMA, PARMA University, sibyo? Ngabo barabasuhuza, mubasuhuze cyane. Sinabereka abantu bose ariko ndagira ngo mbereke uwungirije umuyobozi wa kaminuza ya UTAB Byumba, Dr. Eliezer, abasuhuze, akaba ashinzwemo amasomo n'ubushakashatsi, ndetse n'undi wungirije ubuyobozi bwa kaminuza ushinzwe iby'ubukungu n'iby'abakozi,
nabo basuhuze. Nguwo ni Benjamin, muri aba bavuye mu Butaliyani, ndagira ngo mbereke Roberto ukuriye delegation, ukuriye Roberto nguriya ku ruhande, hakaba na David, tukaba turi kumwe na David umwarimu, ndetse na Andrea nk'uko mubabona, abandi twese turi abakozi ba UTAB. Twifuje rero kuhagera kandi twishimiye kubona ibikorwa, imbuto nziza za entreprise urwibutso na Sina Gerard, cyangwa babanza Sina Gerard na entreprise urwibutsari, niko babivuga. Turifuza rero ko mwagenda mukura namwe mugana kaminuza y'icyitegererezo. UTAB nayo ikaba ifite byinshi zabagezaho nimuyigana, sibyo? N'abarumuna banyu n'abakuru banyu n'inshuti zanyu nimutugana, turakorana neza na Sina Gerard na entreprise urwibutso, tukaba tuje guhaha byinshi, ndetse nabo bakaba baduhahaho byinshi, dukorana neza kandi turabyishimiye. Murakoze kutwakira.
UTAB ntabwo ari kure cyane, ni hano hakurya, sibyo? Twese duharanire ko aho tugenda tugeza amasomo ni abafatanyabikorwa beza, nta kundi. Hariya Gicumbi ntabwo ari kure kandi ni mu gihugu hose. Dufitanye amasezerano y'ubufatanye no gufashanya muri byose. PARMA muri Italy, abashaka gufata indege bakajya muri Italy kandi batsinze bashyira urutoki hejuru. Ababishaka bahite babona abanyeshuri bitegura ko bagiye kwagura, bose barabishaka. Birababaje cyane, wongera imbaraga. Urugo ni urugendwa. Iyo mubona abashyitsi beza nk'aba, noneho bakuriye za universite, yaba ari izo mu Rwanda cyangwa no hanze, mugomba kugendera kuri icyo cyizere cy'umubano, aho uvuga uti nzi neza ko nindangiza nanjye iki cyiciro cy'ahangaha mfite n'ahandi ngomba kujya, mfite n'uburyo banyorohereza nkagerayo, sibyo? Ngaho noneho muri mwebwe nka babiri bahagarara abandi, mugire icyo mubabwira, ubundi dukomeze. Barihe ab'intore baba bahageze? Banguka niba ukubona waje rwose. Ubakuriye yavugiraho turayihamusangisha asuhuze, abe yitegura, aravugira aho ashaka. Murakoze kandi yumva Ikinyarwanda, nabyishimiye. Murakoze. Mbere na mbere mbaje gushimira abashyitsi bacu muri rusange. Ntabwo nabanza gusaba abanyeshuri nanone ngo babonere amashyi y'intore. Amazina yanjye nkaba nitwa Mugabarigiye Moise, nkaba niga mu mwaka wa 6 ubworozi cyangwa se animal health. Nkaba ndi head boy nkuriye aba banyeshuri mureba aha ngaha, ariko nkaba nshimira cyane abashyitsi, nkanashimira nyir'ikigo kuko ahora dutekereza ko dukeneye abantu badusura bakanaduha inama zitandukanye. Ibyo ngibyo bigatuma tubona ko dukunzwe kandi bikanadutera icyizere cy'ahazaza, nta kabuza tukumva ko dukomeye kandi dukunzwe tuzanakomera. Murakoze. Gender.
Murakoze. Amazina yanjye nitwa Crane Yabeneza. Aba niga level 4 food processing. Baje kubashimira kwa mwafasha akanya kanyu mukaza kutwegera. Nako turabashishikariza yuko iteka mwajya mufata nk'umwanya nk'uyu nguyu ko muteretse yuko mudutekerezaho natwe bikatuma mu mitwe yacu tuvuga yuko hari abantu batwitayeho kandi tugaharanira gukora kugira ngo tuzabereke yuko gufata umwanya wabo bakaza ahangaha icyo natwe byaduhinduye mu twebwe. Dukora cyane ndetse bikatwongera imbaraga ya buri munsi. Murakoze, mujye muhora mudusanga kugira ngo natwe twongerere imbaraga. Murakoze cyane.
Wakomeza hano. Komeza wanyaruka ukamushyira hariya bakuriye agira impanuro adusigira. Aho se ntumureba wowe urebye hakurya hariya niho wakwibwira.
This welcome from I have to speak loudly. Thank you for the welcome in this enterprise, which support our partner institution, which is University and Arts of Byumba. And is it okay here? Okay. Thank you for the welcome here in this. We are here to encourage you studies until reaching the higher level of instruction, of education in the university. During our visit all around Rwanda, we see that Rwanda has a lot of potentialities to grow, and it will be thanks to the supporters, to the sponsors, but it will be above all thanks to you, to all of you. Continue to study and to form their personality stronger and stronger, to build their own life and the life of your country. Then we hope and we encourage you to continue your studies until reaching the higher level of education, even studying at the University of Technology and Arts of Byumba. Thank you very much.
Ngwarareko ntashira tuzakomeza ubutaha muraramukiwe. Reka tubaherekeze kwa kundi ngarambe nabasanze mudusezeraho nk'ibisanzwe, ariko twese tugira gutya amahoro iwacu. Bashitsi bahire siko bagira gutya ngo tubasezereho. Murakoze. yewe ngo aryohewe kibabwiye no kubera ko mubonye ko tutagenda niyo mpamvu amashyi yavuze nuko ntabwo bari bisobanuye neza hari ibyo bari batababwiye
twari tugiye tutababwiye ibyo tubahishiye sibyo mumenye ibyo muzahitamo hakiri kare nubwo tucyongera ibyo ndagira ngo mpe umuyobozi wungirije ushinzwe amasomo n'ubushakashatsi ababwire faculties dufite na options sibyo
barakoze kuri uyu mwanya kugira ngo bababwiye ko duturuka muri UTAB University of Technology and Arts ndetse bababwira yuko mukwiye gutangira gutekereza ko ariyo ntambwe ikurikiyeho ese muzahasanga iki hari uwo numvise avuga ati animal health naza muri UTAB azakomeza n'ubundi ku rwego rwa kaminuza yiga animal production naho bitaniye dufite crop production muzayisanga muri UTAB tukagira agribusiness muri UTAB nayo muzayihasanga kandi kwiga kuri diploma no ku myaka 2 ukabona diploma mu myaka 4 ukabona bachelor's degree ariko na environmental management nabyo ntabwo bitandukanye cyane n'ibyo mwiga ndetse na forestry management and natural ecosystem no kuvuga ngo gucunga ibidukikije amatamba ndetse n'umutungo kamere murumva ko amashami dufite bijyana n'ibyo mukeneye mu gihe kiri imbere ubwo ibindi siniriwe mbibabwira ariko mushobora kumenya abakeneye kwiga uburezi dufite faculty of education binyuranye dufite n'ibijyanye na management accounting icungamari social work nabyo turabigira muri UTAB murumva ari mwe ari n'inshuti zanyu ibyo mwifuza byose mwabibona muri UTAB murakoze cyane
dukomeze cyangwa tugende dukomeze tuganire reka nkwereke ukuntu ari byiza mubisobanure babyumve neza mugire ubukire ubwo se ntibikubiyemo byose siyo mpamvu nabwiye ngo ararekwa ntashira sibyo dusubikira ahangaha kuko urugendo ruracyari rurerure barimo kureba aho mwigira ibyo mwigiraho n'ibindi kugira ngo babatekerereze ejo heza hazaza kandi muri abanyarwanda beza batifuza ko umushyitsi agenda ubwo hasigaye nimutegura uko muza kutwakira wenda ni uko ari igihe cya kovide ubundi hari igitaramo cyagomba gutegurwa ariko mube mugitegura iminsi irimo iregereza birimo biragenda neza ntibitubuze kwirinda gukomeza kubahiriza amabwiriza ya leta minisante uko mu gihe cya kovide tugomba kwitwara ariko muvuge ngo dushonje duhishiwe si ibyo murakoze ntabwo ari mwebwe rwose nitwe urabona n'ubu hari n'abataragera aho hari icyo cyabazanye n'ubundi nta bukerere wazibonye ubundi wari uzikora
Bitwara imizigo ubwatsi bitwara imizigo ubwatsi mbese ingamiya imizigo bitinya amafaranga zose ziba zikora hari intambara igeze kubaho umwami arwanisha nimba ari hagati y'ifarashi n'ifarashi yakoreshaga
indashyikirwa amarembo yabyumva ganzo y'uburezi ubumenyi ubuhanga kubitoye umumaro aha turaho tuzabajya rubyiruko naho barezi bitemuko mu gihugu cy'agacu u Rwanda
kwihesha